What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Sorry about that, guys. It's just I really find it so cringy doing the YouTube intros that I just can't handle doing. Hey guys, so basically I just put that in, found it pretty funny. So today we're starting our road to glory career mode with Brighton, as you just seen. Brighton, founded in 1901. They're currently in the championship. They're second place currently, I believe, when I'm recording this. Newcastle are top. It's quite tight at the top, but I'm predicting Newcastle will edge it. But to be fair, Brighton are having an amazing season, in my opinion. So basically we're going to try and replicate that on here. Try get them into the Premier League. And then, who knows, push for a Champions League spot eventually. For pre-season, I'm probably just going to sim that. So if you want to go to episode 3, or when it comes out, that'll be probably my first actual game in the league. But you can watch me setting it up and everything now. As you can see, we're just downloading the latest squad update, so, and then it'll load up the career mode, so I'll probably just crop that out. So I'll see you in a minute, guys. Cringe. Right, so that's finally finished loading. So now we're going to see the pre-season invite. Now, it's up to you whether you do accept this. I am going to, because it gives you 4 million as a reward, and we've only got an 8 million transfer budget, so that's roughly a 50% add-on, so I reckon it's worth doing. Now you're going to see our aims and objectives coming up, and we're going to meet the chief scout or whatever. You don't really need to read any of these. Now we're just going to look at this. So our aims for the season are pretty much, first of all, they want us to reach the FA Cup round of 32, which is going to be quite tough, but it is doable. They also want us to gain automatic promotion, which is going to be really tough considering we're in the championship and there's a lot of good teams in the championship this year. Currently the Brighton first team are in the automatic promotion spot in second. They also want us to grow one youth academy player by at least 5 overall points, play them in 5 matches, and they want us to keep an 85% attendance in 5 consecutive home games. We've got this message about an injury to one of our first team players, so I think we're just going to have to see what he looks like when he comes back. I probably won't sell him, not too sure. Right, we'll have a quick look at the squad. I'll probably make some changes, so I'll see you in a minute, guys. Right, so the team I've come up with is this. Basically, I do not like a 4-4-2 formation on FIFA. I'm sorry, that's just me. So I've changed this into a 4-2-3-1. And basically the players I've chosen is try and get 4-star skills on the wide players. We're just going to have a quick look at some players I think we should sign after looking at the squad. So I'll basically show you the shortlist in a minute after I found a couple of players, because it's pointless you watching me search them up. So these are the players I've decided to go for, or try and go for. Fosu Mensah, as you can see. Anoma, young Spurs, promising player. We got Kayla Iheanacho, Paulson and Ben Woodburn. Paulson is playing for the team who are currently top, or joint top I think, with Bayern Munich. And he looks quite promising, and he could be a good player for us. So now we're going to look at players who I think, you know, maybe we should move on to create some space for these new players, or players who I feel I don't really need, or perhaps maybe worth the money more than what they are worth to me, if that makes sense. So I'm basically, as you can see, I fast forwarded this bit because you probably don't want to watch me, you know, review every single player and decide whether I'm going to keep them or not. So I have decided to fast forward that bit. After doing all that, I've decided there's one more player I'd like to add to my shortlist, who is Alexander-Arnold, young Liverpool player. He came on against Middlesbrough for Liverpool in the week the other day. And I'm also going to send a scout on Joe Gomez, because I think he could have potential of being in our team as well. Now we're going to set up our training drills for our players who we want to improve. So basically, as you'll see, from the squad so far, I don't really think there's a lot of players who we can look to improve. So I basically chose this player called Norwood in midfield. I think he could actually play for us and could improve. So I've decided to stick him in on 3 drills as he's a centre mid. So he can basically do dribbling, passing and defending, which is what I've gone for with him. And I've also gone for our 2 main centre backs, who I just shoved in the El Rondo, which will work on their general defending stats. And you'll see that right now. With the training, I'm just going to sim everything so you can actually see what our players are doing in training. I don't think you'd want to watch me train them, so there we go. I'll see what we get. And it's not too bad. We did have 1 A, and then the rest were C's and D's, so it's fairly alright. We had no one who had an F. So we finally reached our first game of pre-season. I am going to sim it. Like I said, I'm going to sim all the pre-season fixtures. So you just saw my team there, which I'm putting out, and you can see it by here. Hopefully we'll get under to a good start. I am going to skip it as well, because there's no real point in watching what happens. So we did get a 3-0 win, which is a really good start to our campaign as manager of Brighton. So hopefully that can be replicated in the years to come. So as you see, I'm going to do training now, because it's ready. Again, we had a generally decent training session. Now we're going to advance to our next pre-season fixture, which if we do win, we should hopefully look comfortable in, getting through the group. As you can see, this youngster wants to play, and I think I will give him game time, because if I'm correct, he has got alright pace on him, so he could be used in the championship campaign ahead of us. As you'll see here, no, he doesn't have pace, but maybe, yeah, he has skill moves, so he can do the Berber spin, which is probably my favourite skill to do on the game. I find it really useful, so we'll put him in, and we'll probably make a change in midfield, putting Steve Sidwell in. But apart from that, we'll probably leave the side fairly similar, maybe. I think, yeah, that's about right. So we're going to go into our second game of pre-season, hopefully get another win, and that should then see us through after the group stage. So as it just loads up now, yeah, we do get the 2-0 win, but we have got an injury. Hopefully it won't be too long. It was only the plaster, so it shouldn't be too bad. We'll just go and delete some of these. Most of them unuseful. Right, here we go. It's only 7 days, so it's not too bad. And as you saw, we had a thank you message from the youngster who we started on the right. We did get our scout reports back on those players, which is what I just deleted. Now we'll have a look and see who I do want to sign. Generally, with the scout report, I use it more for how much I should pay for the player, rather than knowing whether or not I should sign them. Because, I do know most of these players are, going to grow for us and going to be useful. Ben Woodburn, I'm signing because he hasn't been on a previous FIFA, and he wasn't even on this FIFA at the start when it first came out, so I really want to try him out, see what he's like on career mode, so that's why I'm signing him. Then you'll see we do have Paulson and Forsu Mensah, so I'm definitely going to make a move for them too. And then Alexander Arnold, I'm going to try and make a move for, but I think we're going to struggle for the funds at the start, because my main 2 players to sign are going to be Forsu Mensah and Paulson, rather than Alexander Arnold. But after we do get funds in from selling players, then we'll look to sign Arnold. So you can see I made an offer for Mensa. Right, so we're going to leave it at that for now. And we're just going to advance to our third and final game in the group stage in our pre-season tournament. But as you can see, we've got some messages. That's pretty much useless, and we probably won't really worry about that for now. That'll be for when they respond to our initial offer. Right, so we've had 2 emails in. One is about Paulson and one is about Ben Woodburn. So the one about Ben Woodburn is Liverpool rejecting our offer. So after we've had the inquiry, we're going to go for around about the 800 grand mark. And I think we should get him for that, I think, in my opinion. They did state they wanted around about the 900k mark, but I think we'll be okay. And now we're going to make a move for Paulson as well, who I believe is going to be a main man in our team. He can do the Bertha spin, which is my favourite skill move, and he is quite quick, and he's a decent finisher and young. So I think if we did get promoted as well, he would be he would stay in the squad in the Premier League. He wouldn't be someone who needs to be replaced. And as you can see now, I'm going to make my changes for my final group game of pre-season. I'll just bring back in the players who started the first one pretty much, I think. I'll have a look at 1 or 2 players, and that's going to be what I'm going to go for. So as you know, we're going to simulate the match, and here we go, we're underway, and it's a 2-0 win, comfortable 2-0 win, no yellow cards, no nothing, no injuries, so that's happy days really. Right, so we've had a response from Man United on our bid of Fosu Mensah. We're going to up the bid to around about the 5 million mark for him, and that's pretty much useless, so we'll leave that. Now we're going to train our players again. We're just going to do the same drill because we haven't signed anyone yet. Obviously, when we sign Ben Woodburn, he'll be coming in to the training, try and develop him a lot this season, and so hopefully when we get into the Prem, he'll be a nice impact sub. He's alright now for us, but we just want to keep developing him, the young Welshman. Right, so we have got a scout report back from and on Jack Grealish, and we've had an offer, a loan offer for this young centre back who I am going to accept. I just want to get him out really, because he's so young. I think I'll give him the benefit of a loan move rather than a permanent sale, because you never know. And now Liverpool have accepted our offer, so we are going to make we're going to offer Ben Woodburn that contract. He should accept that. He really should. Now we have got Paulson, who we are going to make an offer for. We're going to make an improved offer. They've stated how much they want, and I've decided to go around that mark for money, and then I'm going to look for a player who we can add into the deal, a player who we don't want, and then I'll deduct that from that value. I've chosen to go for this unwanted keeper of ours. He's quite old, not the best rated, so we'll try and stick him in the offer and get rid of him, who is someone we don't want, and it'll be a benefit to us if he goes, so that's a win-win situation. That's going to be the end of the first video, guys. I know it's been a little bit boring when we're just setting up and trying to sign 1 or 2 players, but that is the end of the video, so I'd really appreciate if you could like, subscribe, comment, share, give me any feedback. Inside Soccer out.
Okay guys, a new season, a fresh start.